Undertale. You're playing the game of Undertale.
Welcome back, everybody.
Have you ever played Undertale?
I haven't.
That's the one game you haven't played yet.
It's yeah.
Have you been interested in trying?
Kinda.
I feel like
I'm
you'd like
interested.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd like it, and you could be the one that actually beats it out of the two of us. So
Sure.
I can just so there can be that.
Yeah. One of us will beat the game.
I've never.
Because everyone knows
Beaten it.
that when you have a friendship, at least one of the two of you has to have beaten Undertale.
It's honestly
So-
these honestly.
Yeah. So,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's the Christmas episode,
It's
but
the
we're going to exchange our gifts next episode.
Because Dalen forgot again.
It's already more than a week since Christmas.
Well, is it really?
Well, I mean, when this
When
episode
this
releases,
comes out,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, our episode released the day after Christmas, so that's how that works. If
Yeah,
you're following along.
Day after.
Day on for Christmas.
Creek. You know, like water. It's
Creek. I wish I had a water sound on here.
So speaking of Christmas, so
Oh, I do.
Oh, nice.
It's a
That's
creek.
exactly what a creek sounds like. My dad's family, we finally had our Christmas together.
How was Christmas together with you?
It was fine. It was weird.
It was fine. It was weird.
It was weird because we always, like, our tradition with that side of the family is that we'll go there and we'll show up there around like 9:30, and then we'll have brunch.
Yes.
Like everybody will have brunch. So
Good
there's
brunch.
always like waffles and like egg casserole kind of stuff, and then there's of course bacon, lots of fruit. It's good. I like it.
Yummy.
We did that, but we did it at 6:30 p.m. this time.
What? Oh, okay.
Which like I'm all for breakfast for dinner,
Breakfast
but it
for
was
dinner.
weird.
It is weird.
It was weird because I've never done that with them.
because you don't usually do that with them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we did that. Patrick was there for the first time in a decade.
Not you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Not you who's listening right now. It's not you.
Not you, Patrick. I haven't told this Patrick about the podcast, but I should, because I'm going to talk about him on it, and I'm going
I
to
could
say
be talking
weird
about
things.
our mutual friend Patrick,
Our
but I could
mutual?
also be talking about another Patrick who happens to listen to this.
That's true,
Who's that?
but I'm not saying I didn't tell our mutual friend Pratt.
Chris Patrick. What were you saying?
But so Patrick was there, but he didn't show up until after we'd already eaten.
Okay.
And my parents were like, it's probably because he only eats meat. And I was like,
What?
what? So apparently that's something he told them. But then when he showed up, he immediately ate the casseroles, which are not just meat.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not true then.
So, I
don't
mean-
know why that would be true.
But they meant it
but-
like it was like a
Like genuinely, like he probably didn't show up on time because he was trying to skip dinner because he only eats meat.
that's.
And I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
They need to not take that too seriously when someone
Yeah.
says, I only eat meat. That's most likely an exaggeration or a joke.
Yeah.
Unless they are built
But
like
Patrick's
they only
weird.
eat meat.
So
Yeah.
he
But
might.
if you only eat meat,
I don't know what to expect from that guy.
That's fair. I'm just
The
saying.
only thing I've seen him eat is steak, other than
Okay.
when I saw him eat that casserole.
Okay.
So
Maybe. Okay.
But-
all I was gonna say is if you only eat meat, you're gonna look like
Yeah.
like you only eat meat.
and he was telling me about his normal like dinners, which are hamburger, but he doesn't like he fries up a hamburger and then he eats it.
Just the burger part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, sure,
Interesting.
do that. But anyway, so he was there and it was weird. He's got a much bigger beard now. He looks he has a long ponytail that's like braided, and it comes down to like his lower back.
Oh, cool.
And then he's got like this big beard, and he was wearing like a beanie and like a lumberjack shirt.
Dope.
So he looks like a mountain boy.
So Patrick is your cousin, your first cousin?
Yeah.
First cousin only eats meat.
That's right.
Nailed it.
And so he showed up and then ate dinner after all of us had eaten dinner like an hour prior, and that
What
was
did he
weird. He ate casserole.
So he
Egg casserole.
So he was first cousin. He ate
some other things.
Same meat.
Same stuff. So first cousin had some meat. There was nothing really interesting other than that about how he was there. And then we did gifts. But that was what I was going to lead to, is that I got a couple more video games. So I got Stray. I don't know if you've heard about that game. You know about Stray?
Sorry, hold on. I'm getting a...
You want me to pause it?
No, we're good. We'll be all right.
Are you sure?
I'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
Sorry, I was getting a message on my phone about work.
Oh, good.
Good.
Good to hear.
But continue your story.
Good to hear it.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. This podcast has a flow and ebb.
Fuck the shut up.
Fuck me in the shut up.
But you ever heard of the game Stray?
I have. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's on
Okay.
PlayStation Plus.
So I got that.
Oh, you got the
Yeah.
You bought it. Had it.
Yeah, my family gave
Give
that
it.
to me as a Christmas.
It's about cat, right?
About a cat.
That's all I know is that there's
About
a
a
cat
cat.
on the cover. It's called Stray. I assume he plays a cat.
Yeah, you play as a cat, and I like it. It's one of those games. It's not very complicated at all, so it's not like it needed a tutorial, but there's no tutorial. It just
Okay.
starts, and then you're like going,
I'm a cat.
which is nice. And it's in some sort of like futuristic world where there are robots and stuff. And,
Cool.
And I haven't played very far in yet, but it's fun. And then I also got Gran Turismo 7.
I've seen that.
Which
Is
is
that a car
it's
game?
Car Boys. Yeah.
Car Boys.
It's a driving simulator, so it's supposed to be more realistic than like a Need for Speed kind of guy.
Sorry, that's the closest thing I have to a car sound.
Fair enough. It was Sorry,
that fart got you good, didn't it?
did. But it's so I'm used to playing like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
And I really like the Need for Speed games. This one is very different. Of course, it's intended to be. But I like it a lot, too. There is one thing that I knew going into the game that it was going to be like this because I'd seen people say this on about it and about games like this. It feels slow.
Okay.
Because in games like Need for Speed, they'll do like these warping effects on the like stuff when you're going fast.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of motion blur and warping. And it just makes it feel faster. And there's more rumble in the remote.
Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Cool.
And so it just feels like you're not going that fast in these games, even though you kind of are. But on the other hand, like in Need for Speed, you never really slow. You just you hold the accelerator pretty much the whole time, and then you drift to make it around corners. But this game's a little more realistic, so you do have to kind of slow down for turns, even though you do drift. Like
That's cool.
You gotta. So it is cool, but it's a little getting used to.
Yeah.
But the thing that I thought was interesting about both of these games that I haven't experienced on any of the other games I've played so far, it actually takes advantage of the haptic shit that they built into the PS5 remote.
What'd they build in?
So with the triggers, they've designed it so, and I don't know, it might be other buttons too, but I know with the triggers for sure because I've experienced it now. They've designed it so that in like the game can tell it to be harder or softer to push, like easier or harder.
Oh, wow.
So like when you're like pressing the gas and the brake, it's supposed to feel like more realistic
Oh, I
because it's
see.
harder to
Like
push.
you press down a little harder and it goes a little faster and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like with the
For some reason, I thought we already, like the PS4 already had
I mean,
that.
it does that, but like I think that So the thing that it does that's different is that it's harder for you to push.
Oh.
It's like normally it would just be like like this, but now it's like you got to put a little force.
You gotta okay.
And then with the cat game, like when you're like scratching at stuff and doing stuff like that, it's like it does that to like kind of give you the sensation that it's like hard to do.
Interesting.
So it is interesting. I was wondering, and it might be just kind of a gimmicky kind of thing, but I'm not sure. I'm curious to see how much this is incorporated in future PS5 games. I want to, for one thing, I want to see if they do it in God of War, because they might. Like there might be times when, like, especially in stuff that's like quick time events, if he's like swinging his axe or something, I could see them being like, to like get the force behind it, they want you to like have to like push it, know.
Fuck your axe.
So we'll see. We'll see if you have to fuck your axe.
Is there an option that Kratos uses where he fucks his axe?
He fucks his axe? Yeah, I think so.
He's like,
I think that's his power move.
Look at this boy.
And it would look beautiful.
It's my Kratos impression.
It's good.
Thank you. I mean, I never played that God of War game. I do know he says boy a lot in it.
Yeah. He does say boy a lot.
I have played the first one and part of the second one.
Yeah.
And like most of the second one, actually. I just never beat it. But
he talks more in this, but
yes,
because he has to.
Yeah, the first ones he doesn't. He says some bullshit, and he's just upset.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just an upset guy.
And he's
sort
of upset in this one too. I mean, he's of course upset.
Yeah,
most of the time. So, or at least he was in the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. I have it now, but I haven't played it.
You're gonna play it now.
I'm probably gonna start it tonight. I'm thinking about it. But I'm torn because I'm like probably a good third of the way through Assassin's Creed Revelations. And I'm like, if I start God of War, I'm probably just going to not play that for a while. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm curious if they're going to use this like haptic feedback feature in a lot of things. Because, they added like the PS4 remote was the first one to have like the touchpad.
Yeah.
And nobody used it. Really,
no one.
Yeah, and the PS5 remote still has it, which I guess is good because like you can play PS4 games on there, and there are some that use it, so it would be a little annoying if you couldn't.
Yeah. People,
but
I mean, there were games that people did use the touch screen or touchpad for the PS4 when it first came out because they started doing the whole gimmicky thing.
Yeah,
and like you couldn't do things like you had to do that to the game wouldn't. And if you didn't do it, but
so you kind of need it now.
But later, people didn't like it as much, so they gave it an option, and then no one fucking used it.
Right, and that's what like there are games like GTA where it's not it's just something they added for it to like. You don't need it at all.
Yeah,
but you can use it to like switch between radio stations, and you can use it to like pull up your weapons wheel. Or like switch between weapons and stuff like that. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't mind games doing that. But like the only game that I've played that's really used it is Infamous Second Son. And the only thing they use it for is like you have to swipe to like open gates and stuff. And it's like that doesn't matter at all. So I think it's interesting. Like I get why they still incorporated it in the PS5, but it's like you don't need to.
No.
But I'm curious if this is going to be that same kind of thing where like a lot of games that come out right after the PS5 came out use it and then they kind of just give up on it, or if it's going to be something that people really like and it sticks around.
That seems cooler, honestly.
I mean, I'm hopeful that it is because it seems like they could do some pretty cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
But
even if
we'll
they
just have to see, I guess.
that one's a little more like...
This one,
the touchscreen thing felt like it was out of like you had to pick up your hand off the other part of the control. It just felt awkward when that isn't an awkward thing at all.
Yeah,
that's just
it's just part of the buttons.
It's just part of the button.
But anyway, so that was that.
Moving on.
What do you want to talk about?
What do I
want to talk about? Anything?
I mean, we did a bad thing. We played GTA before we did the podcast.
Yeah,
and so like I already told you about some shit. that's going on.
Yeah, you blew your load prematurely.
I blew my load. All over your face.
All over my control.
I blew... What?
Huh?
I blew my load all over your control.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
You get any fun Christmas?
Did I get any fun Christmas? I got these Crocs on. I got new Crocs.
Slick.
I got new Crocs. It's got
They look new.
Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy on it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Sorry, I fell asleep.
Thank you. That's my shit. All the girls gonna have my shit.
No, hold on. I had a thing that I wanted to say.
Yeah, say it.
I don't remember.
Say it.
That's the problem.
Say it.
That's why I'm like, oh no, if we move on, I'll never remember it.
Say it, bitch.
Damn it. I wanted to stay silent. Tim, you had a Christmas? I had a Christmas. We had Christmas.
Yeah, we had Christmas.
We had Christmas. It was a whole day, man. I'll be honest, that was one of the better Christmases I've had.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
That was a good one.
I'm glad to hear
it. Well, it helps when you're with someone.
Yeah, that can make a difference for sure.
It can make a difference. All you single people out there for Christmas, I'm sorry.
All you single people.
All you single people. All you single people. All you single people.
All you single people. Now put your hands up.
This is Beyonce singing.
If you like it, man, you should have got a present.
No, I got this for. We did a bad thing. We opened all our gifts earlier than all the days.
Yeah.
Because we don't have willpower.
That's fair.
That's all right. I wanted it. I wanted my gift. She wanted hers.
Yeah.
We just opened them.
Open them.
Why the fuck not?
Just
they were
open
there.
them.
It was silly.
Just open them.
Same thing. We still felt the same.
Yeah.
Merry
just
Christmas.
earlier.
We just felt Merry Christmas earlier.
Yeah.
But I got Crocs. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I got this cool Lord of the Rings. I haven't brought this up on the podcast, but I got it for Hanukkah. It was like this really cool. She got me a really cool. It's Lord of the Rings, right? All in one book.
Oh, that's cool.
It's illustrated. It's got J.R.R. Tolkien's illustrations in it, like what he would draw when he was like writing the story and stuff.
It's cool.
Got that in there, and it looks real cool. It's got like, like the side of, how sometimes like you have books and like you're picturing it, right? Here's the front.
Yeah,
and
book.
It's got the opposite of the spine. I'm not good with book terminology. I'm not a librarian.
Oh, the opposite of the spine. I mean,
on the other side.
Yeah,
with the pages
where the pages are.
It's how sometimes they're silver and shit.
Yeah.
It's red. It's like red,
that's cool.
And like the cover's like gray and shit, and it's got red in it. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful book. And I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta fucking read Lord of the Rings, which is going to hurt.
It's a commitment.
Gonna hurt, man.
They are fantastic books.
Of course.
Fantastic.
I don't even need to.
So is it The Hobbit too? Is The Hobbit in there?
No, I don't believe so. I think it's just Lord of the Rings.
That's probably for the best, because I gotta say, I like The Hobbit. Mm-hmm. Good story.
Yeah.
Nice setup for the world. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of slow. Mm-hmm. It feels like when I set out to read The Lord of the Rings, my mom had read them to me when I was a kid multiple times.
Oh, okay.
So I know the books decently.
Okay,
but
cool.
I've never read them myself.
You haven't? Okay.
And so I started The Hobbit, and I got like maybe halfway through, and it's a good book. It is.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, but I was like, I want to get to the Lord of the Rings part.
Yeah.
But the part of me that just wants to finish everything was like, well, I got to finish this one, which was stupid. I should have just picked up the first Lord of the Rings book. But yeah, so I would say that maybe skipping The Hobbit is good.
Yeah,
like,
I don't have interest in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I know the story of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
It's a good story.
They tell that kind of stuff in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I've seen the movies, and I love the movies.
The movies go a little harder.
Because
the story, it's intended to be like a small story about like a little adventure. Mm-hmm. And that, like, there is big stuff that happens in it, but it's like very, very dramatic, very big, important stuff like most of the time during the Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
And that's not exactly
what happened.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a little smaller, a little less. Yeah.
I like the Lord of the Rings movies a lot. I still haven't seen the extended version, which is
those are great.
Fucking chore. I know it'll be.
Oh yeah.
That's the one movie I'm totally down if it's like That's the only long movie I'm like, all right, it's acceptable because they're trying to, because the books are so fucking epic that the movie has to be as well.
Yeah.
You know?
And for the most part, I think from what I remember, they do a really good job of like showing the story like in a good way and not fucking it up.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to watch those again because it's been a long time for me.
Me too. What a fucking.
It's a fucking commitment.
What a commitment, huh? I don't even have the extended.
If you want to watch, like, if you just want to watch the Lord of the Rings movies, like not the Hobbit, just the Lord of the Rings, it's at least 9 hours.
Yeah, without
the extended
without
cuts.
the extended.
And then if you want to watch the Hobbit with it, it's another 9 hours.
Have you ever
basically.
gotten someone who said we should marathon that? The extended it. Have you ever gotten someone who said that? Someone said that to me, and I wanted to punch them in the face because I said, "Dude, that's not fun."
The most I've ever done, I think I sat down with some of my. It was either like my mom or some of my like mom's friends' kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's been long enough, I don't remember. But I know that we sat down and watched like half of the original Lord of the Rings movies, not The Hobbit. Yeah. Just like we watched like
1 and half of 2.
Right. But I think that's the furthest I've ever made it in one sitting because it's just so much, man. And like they're dense too. It's not like some long movies, you sit and you watch it all and it doesn't feel that long. And sometimes when you watch a long movie, it feels long and it's bad because it feels long. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it's bad because it feels long, but the Lord of the Rings movies do not feel short.
No.
It's like there's a lot happening, so you can really sense like, okay, we're going. Like it's been a lot happened.
I was thinking like maybe it would be a good idea to have those movies playing like at a party just in the background.
Yeah, you could do something like that, but it's
then I'm
like
that's a long fucking party.
Yeah.
It's a long party.
Yeah. No kidding. That'd be like if you had like an all day get together with people and you were like planning to like have lunch with them and dinner with them and you were just going to hang out and play games and stuff.
Play games with them and
yeah, you could do something like that, but that it would have to be something like that.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I lost my job this week.
Yeah.
I got fired. They said, "You're a fucking piece of shit," and they fired me.
It's really, yeah.
That didn't happen.
It's funny how they did that.
The first half of that was true, but the last half was not.
Right.
They decided to close down. It's so funny how things can change in a week. People listen to last episode.
Yeah.
I was working, and then they're going to listen to this episode, and when it comes out, I'm not going to have a job.
Yep.
Well, maybe I will. Hopefully by then, but
hopefully, yeah, hopefully, but it'll be a different one.
They
won't be the same job.
They texted us Monday. So what I was just like being like about a second ago was a message from my manager who just said, "Can any and everyone who is willing go ahead and come in, please, even if you were not scheduled."
Yeah,
and so it's like, all right. Obviously, we've been so fucking busy because everyone fucking heard that we were closing.
Yeah.
Right? Which is great. But
especially for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
I'm just worried that people are just showing up now and being like, so they don't have to, because it'll be busy tomorrow or whatever because it's the last day. It's like, but showing up tomorrow, I'm saying tomorrow, but tomorrow for us, not tomorrow for when this comes out. Friday.
Yeah, when this comes out, it's already happened.
Last Friday or whatever was a thing where everyone would have gotten, every employee, whether they're working or not, gets the all the sales go directly split between all the employees. So
what hours is it open?
It's open from, we open at, so Friday it'll be 11 to 9.
Okay. Because I was planning to head over there sometime.
Okay.
I was going to at least pick up some pizza for me and Tia. Mm-hmm. And I haven't decided exactly when because I'm working that day. But I figured it'd be fine because I can just head over after work.
Yeah. Typically, I wouldn't recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend having our pizza like to go.
Yeah.
Because it's better.
I prefer to eat there, but
yeah, obviously, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying like, but no, if whatever, I don't give a shit if you're coming in.
Yeah.
Apparently, last time at our last location, people would get extra pizzas to freeze them for later. Oh, really? Yeah. Which part of me is like, you're a fucking douchebag because we only have so much dough. right? And there's a line of a bunch of people. It's like you're taking that from them.
Yeah.
You know, and they ran out last time.
Really?
Yeah, there was still a line and everything out the door, and like they ran out of stuff. They didn't have enough.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's why they're like, come in today.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to go do that after this.
All right.
That's going to be fun.
Fun, yeah. Definitely.
Can't wait to explain that to...
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Hey, Merry Christmas.
You can just wait until the podcast comes out.
That's frustrating.
Don't explain it, and then just wait until the podcast comes out and I'll know. Yeah, it sucks, man. So there's no opportunity to like transfer to a different branch or anything, is there?
So the owner, not the owner of the store,
but like the owner of Topped.
So there was an owner of Topped, but he went under. He was under these other people or whatever.
Okay.
These top people who owned basically Topped and also owned Suntan City.
Okay.
Planet
so
Fitness.
it's like how Yum is like a bunch of like they own a bunch of fast food brands. It's like that kind of thing.
Suntan City, Planet Fitness, and Buff City Soap is the other one.
Gotcha.
And I texted the owner of just Topped or whatever, like the owner. I don't know what it fucking means because it's like he's an owner, but there's someone above him that owns and just has all the control and says no more Topped.
Yeah, he's like the CEO or president or some shit. Where
like
he's like in charge of Topped.
I guess so,
but not anything else.
Yeah, and then Merry Christmas. I guess he wanted out of the food business, but I texted the owner, the one that I know, about opportunities at Suntan City / Planet Fitness / Buff City, and he said he'd get back to me, and he hasn't yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if he never did. So, there's that. Then they're also like you could qualify for unemployment, but that sucks. I mean, I'd still do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't still do it, but it's like it sucks because that's gonna fuck up like tax returns and stuff. I won't get as much back then,
right?
If I've filed for unemployment at any time.
Yeah,
you know, it's like I think that's how it works. I
don't know how that works.
Maybe not. I don't know. Fucking know. Someone's gonna be like, "That's not how it works." I'm math.
I'm taxes.
I'm Mr. Taxes.
I feel like it wouldn't be. I feel like you would actually like. I mean, the money that you get back is because you've paid more than you need to pay.
Yeah.
Right? And so you wouldn't need to pay as much, I would assume, because I assume that they don't tax unemployment.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or at least not in the same way. I don't know. We're not going to sit here and try and figure that out. That's not what this is about.
I just know that there's something that isn't good with unemployment, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Besides the fact that you're not making as much money coming in.
Yeah.
And also I don't want to fucking I just want to work. I just want to fucking have a job and provide. We'll be right back. This Christmas, coming to a theater near you, Happy New Year musical, featuring the likes of all your favorite Hollywood guests, like Shanty Parsons, and Tolliver McDolliver. And don't forget the acts of Lin-Manuel Miranda and his feisty crew of chimney sweepers who want to sing about the Happy New Year musical. Happy New Year! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! This Christmas too. What? Yeah, man. Just big a week. There's been a week.
Yeah, man.
Oh, might as well. I mean, I already told you about it, but I'm going to talk about it here because
do it.
If you do this, by the way, if you have do this, you're a bad person.
Yeah, a terrible person, actually.
We recently, so we had a big storm here, right?
Big storm coming.
Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, it was all snowy and shit.
I think it was all over the country, actually.
Probably.
There's that big fucking storm that was like made it. It was like negative 21 degrees out, and
it was like raining and everything iced up, and then it snowed.
Everyone was snowed
again a little bit.
Yeah, everyone was home from work and didn't do shit. But the night before that, we were outside our back door, and we live right across from a strip mall, basically.
Yeah.
And the back side of a strip mall, there's like an alley in the strip, and it's basically where the dumpsters and the trash are, where they put all their stuff.
Yeah.
And outside there are there's this guy standing next to these 2 carriers, and he's like, are these yours? And we're like, no. And he's like, there's 2 cats right here by the dumpster and carriers. And we were like, no, those aren't ours. And so someone had just left 2 kitty cats, 2 very pretty kitty cats out by a fucking dumpster before the storm. And it's like I was so baffled by it. I was so upset. We were so upset by that we took them in basically for a few days, and we kept them and made them, better and fed them and stuff. And they looked all right. They looked pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, cats hide that pretty well, but they looked, they weren't like super skinny or whatever. But the thing that fucks me up about that the most is that someone we assumed that because they had blankets in there and stuff that were very fucking pee stained and they smelled awful. We threw those away right away. They smelled so bad. But someone obviously had them and just didn't want them anymore, and they didn't go through the effort of just going to even the pound or whatever. They just fucking left them in carriers outside, and it's also their cats too. Like,
see, that's what I was talking to Tia about, because the bare minimum that you should do is take them to a pound or something.
Right.
There are plenty of options where that, like, a good pet owner will try and find their pets in a new home. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
But if you can't or are too lazy, then the next thing would be to take them to the pound.
You take them to the pound, whatever.
Then a step below that, and a worse thing to do.
You should never do, by the way.
A worse thing to do, but still better than that. But you should never do. But still better than that would be to just let them go.
Just fucking let them out of their cats, man.
Yeah.
They're not dogs. They're gonna fucking find a way to live.
Right.
The only reason why you don't do that is because it's bad on.
It's bad for the environment.
It's bad for the environment. It's bad for population.
There are too many cats out.
There's too many fucking cats. They kill native bird species like it's nobody's fucking business.
Yep.
Like crazy. And it's like, that's the only reason though, because they can fucking handle themselves.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
When you leave them in fucking carriers, you're trying to kill those cats.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
And like,
what?
In a way, it's like worse than just killing them, because it's like torturing them too.
Yeah.
It's like they have to sit there and freeze to death or some shit. That's terrible. It's terrible.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what has to be wrong with you to do that.
I want to know. I want to know what they're thinking. What the fuck? Are you just stupid as fuck?
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's
gotta
ignorance.
Be, I guess.
You gotta be stupid as fuck. Like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like never did anything right. Fucking stupid. If you're doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because, it made me mad. They were so sweet. They weren't even like bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's good.
You would think
kind of a pleasant surprise.
I was a little nervous because I'm like, they're cats.
Yeah.
They could be like, oh, I fucking hate.
It's like, why did somebody try and get rid of them? Well, maybe they're a little mean.
Yeah. I was expecting them to be like, no, I fucking hate this. I hate you because.
And honestly, even if they weren't normally mean, like just under the circumstances with what they've.
I was more okay with that here because I wasn't just going to buy a cat that has been pampered their whole life.
Right.
I was saving a cat, so I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, you'll put up with it.
Whatever. I've saved you, and that's fine. I don't care. You could be however you want. But they weren't.
Yeah.
One of them was so fucking sweet, and the other one didn't want kind of all the attention. It was more like Carrie, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine with being pet and stuff, but it was more interested in other things.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get people that would do that.
Yeah. But we had to. I'm allergic to cats too, so we had to give them to a friend who's helping us find a home for them, and it sucks because I wanted to keep the cats. I like cats, and I don't want to be allergic, and I wanted to get better, but I was scared, and that's the only reason they have that cat now, and I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
just gonna put that out there. That's the only reason it's over there, or else that cat would have stayed. I would have done everything for that cat.
Cat. The one cat.
The other
not
one.
the other one.
Fuck the other one.
Fuck the other one. I'll put it back outside in that carrier.
We had him in
Just kidding. No.
Emma's
don't
room.
Do that.
Right? And the way because we have Bigby as well, our dog.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how he'd be around cats. We didn't know how the cats would be around him, so we separated them. So one night I went in there and I was like, playing with them and stuff. And what we would do is we'd have the laundry basket and we would pull it up to the door, so it would like barricade them kind of inside.
Right.
But it was the laundry basket was on the inside, not the outside to keep them.
Okay.
So, Ouija was the tabby cat that we had there, who we named Ouija. Because it was just laying on top of the Ouija board underneath Emma's bed, so
nice.
We named it Ouija. Kept fucking would climb up on the laundry basket and was smart enough to hold on. I say smart enough. The door had a handle and it had like the chain thing to lock it, but we didn't have the like locking mechanism, so it was just a little chain that hung down.
Okay.
So Ouija hopped up on the laundry basket and got up not to the handle but to the chain and got her claws stuck in and opened the door that way, right? And just started meowing like crazy. And then the other cat, Rosie, ran out, and I was like, what the fuck? How did you do that? How did you manage to open it? And I walk in and she's just sitting there with her claws stuck in the chain and can't get out. And it's like, so it's like, I appreciate, like, you're smart. Yeah, you knew how to open it, but there's a handle right down there.
Yeah.
You could have used. It would have been a lot easier for you.
That's rough.
Yeah. But they were smart. They were cute, and now they're gone, and I miss them. I want a cat. Rest in peace. I killed them.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, it's time for the cuckoo. Cock.
Yeah. Cuckoo.
Tim, I walked in. You had a surprise.
I had a surprise cat.
You got to talk about that.
Got a cat surprise.
It's a cat week.
Yeah.
It's cat week.
So we have a new cat named Olivia.
Sorry.
And she's 6 months old.
Oh, cute.
She's a cute little gal. And she is... I like her a lot. She's very sweet.
Yes.
She has been a little crazy.
Yeah, I noticed.
Because she's young and also super like outgoing and energetic. Mm-hmm. Which like Carrie, when we first got her, she got into a lot of stuff because that's what cats do.
Yeah.
But like Olivia is like another level, I feel like, which is fun.
Right.
But it's good because like now that they've gotten used to each other a little bit, and they like Carrie is okay with her being around. Like Olivia wanted to play from day one. Like she was like, play with me, but we were like, we're not gonna let you be out there with her right now.
No, that's a bad idea.
But like now that they've become acquainted, they're like playing together and stuff, and so Olivia still has a tendency to like do stuff she shouldn't do. But the fact that she has like a playmate is keeping her from like doing too much of that, because she like most of her energy is just going into playing, which is great. And it's really fun having a like a new pet around. And, and she's She's just really cute.
Yes.
Reminds me of Carrie being a kitten, and it's nice to think back on that.
Little kitty.
Yeah.
Little kitty cat.
She's a cute little calico cat. And I learned something that I didn't know, is that calico is not a breed at all. It's just coloring.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't tell you anything about their personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are a lot of people that have said lots of things about how calico cats are just ridiculous. All of them are, and that can be true.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe there is something with like the like, but apparently like it really doesn't have any indication of that necessarily, because it has nothing to do with their breed, and the breed is the only like strong indicator of personality. So I thought that was interesting.
So is it true that like all calico cats are female then?
I don't know.
Because that's what I heard. That's what I
have no idea.
Grapevine. I've never had
she
a cat.
is, but I don't know. I don't know if like she is a female.
She is. Yes, she is.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. We weren't when we looked it up. We weren't really looking into that because we were just curious. Like, is she going to be like a goddamn mess?
You got a house full of girls.
Yeah,
you got a house full of girls.
Girl house.
Are you gonna be? I'm
the only guy.
Are you gonna be a girl?
I'm the only guy, and I am in the room that has the women's sign on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Crazy how that
Merry Christmas
happened.
is what you said. Did you get? Was Olivia Christmas?
More or less, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't because of Christmas, and it wasn't like a present to me or Tia. It was just like, it's the Christmas season, and we had been wanting to get another cat because we wanted Carrie to have a playmate.
Yeah.
So we felt bad because like Tilly wants to play with Carrie. We were hoping, and there's still plenty of possibility that this could be the case. Olivia is not at all scared of Tilly. And Carrie isn't like super scared of Tilly or anything, but she's like cautious around her, doesn't want
to play.
So we thought that maybe Olivia, being so young, might have a better chance of warming up to Tilly and wanting to like mess around with Tilly, because Tilly wants to play.
Yes, she does.
So we're hoping that maybe Olivia will play with Tilly, but Olivia definitely will play with Carrie, which is good because Carrie has... We had fostered a couple cats a while back, and she loved playing with one of them. She had such a good time doing that, and it was clear that she missed that cat a lot when he left, when he was gone.
Little man.
And so, yeah, little man's all gone.
Rest in peace, little man.
Yeah, poor little man. I'm just kidding, he's not dead. But we felt bad that she didn't have a playmate anymore, and so hopefully, I mean, it seems like that's working out.
You didn't want 3 cats though.
No, we don't want 3 cats.
So that's the last one.
Yeah, it was so much when we had 3.
Yeah,
we were fostering 2 because they were together.
Yeah,
and that's why we didn't keep Little Man. We wanted him to like be able to go with Lucy.
Same.
They ended up getting separated anyway. So
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, we were pretty sad about that.
That's so stupid. Don't do that.
Yeah, I was really sad to hear it. I was sad for Little Man for one thing. But I was also sad for us because I'm like, we would have kept him.
Yeah.
If we knew they were going to get separated, we would have kept him.
Yeah.
And then the other thing with that is like he had definitely formed a bond with Carrie, so at least he would have been able to be with Carrie. Like Lucy still would have been on her own, but she's kind of a loner anyway. So, but it's just sad that happens. I mean, what can you do? I guess. But
I guess that's so weird.
But yeah, we don't want to have 3.
Yeah,
we've talked about it a lot, and it's just 2 is plenty.
So I'm not. So it wasn't. It could have been, but it wasn't.
Right.
One of those situations.
Yeah.
Like when I found that dog the one time too, and you guys were like, "Oh no, we don't need a dog because we just got a dog."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's fun.
It is fun. It's fun. Like it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It was like very shortly after. That's weird.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so fun to have new kitten energy in the house.
Little kitty.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And we got a big tree for Carrie because we wanted her to have. We had been planning to get her one anyway because the one that we had gotten for her in the past is like it's for kittens. It's like still usable for a cat, an adult cat, but like. They like to go up high. They like to be in high places. So we wanted to get her a bigger one that she could climb all over. And we thought it was really funny. Like, Olivia is an older kitten. She's 6 months. But she's still very young. It took Carrie a while. I don't remember exactly when she got good at jumping, so maybe this is about when she was 6 months old.
Yeah.
But like Olivia immediately like took over the huge cat tree. Like they both still use it, but like Olivia takes the top shelf every time.
That's funny.
And it's like, all right.
Big cat.
But love me some cats.
Love you some cats. Where are we at right now? Where are we?
We just hit 44.
Just hit 44?
44.
Man, oh Stan. That's not the end of the podcast.
It's not the end of the podcast. It can be.
No.
We've talked about maybe doing shorter episodes. Like I'm fine with continuing to go, but
I'm trying to think because because of the fucking text I got about work. It makes me.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you need to go, we can talk for just a little bit more. Close it out.
Close it out. We can close it out.
Yeah.
What's a closer? You know any closings? Do you have a closing line?
I have a clothesline.
A lariat?
Closed laureate.
Back up. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Tim.
Nary a Christmas.
I had nary a Christmas time.
So my family is doing a fun thing.
Merry Christmas.
They normally have a Christmas Eve party, but it got rescheduled because of all the snow. And so now they're having it on New Year's Eve, but it's still a Christmas party. And I'm like, why are we doing that?
Why?
Like, they decided to have it on Saturday, on Christmas Eve. I'm like, why would you do that?
Hey, that's my birthday.
Yeah, it is.
Merry Christmas. My birthday.
But so Tia and I are trying to decide what we want to do because, like, we didn't have other specific New Year's plans.
Yeah.
But we also weren't planning to do that on New Year's. So now it's like, I was like, maybe we can just go and have dinner there and then be like, we got things to do. And then whether or not we end up having other plans, we can just go do the ball drop. Because I imagine that they'll have that on and it'll be kind of New Year's vibes. But like the thing that I like, we have done New Year's with my family.
Yeah.
And there are parts of it that I like. One of the things that I like is that my uncle always brings a shit ton of like games. A lot of trivia games and board games. Cool. And we'll all play them as a family, and it's got this energy that the family gatherings don't usually have because it's kind of like we're hanging out instead of like we're there for a thing.
Yeah.
And that's nice. This is not going to be that because they're still going to do their white elephant gift exchange and they're still going to do like all of the normal Christmas Eve party stuff that they do.
Christmas Eve party
and
stuff.
I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that.
That's over. That shit's over.
It's like we too late.
I'm sure there's plenty of people still having late Christmas stuff, but I hate it.
And honestly, if it were on a different day, I would be more okay with it. I'm just like I have like an expectation for what we do on New Year's,
right?
And it's not that. So I'm just it's weird. It's been a weird week or so, like a couple weeks.
It's been the fucking holiday season.
Yeah, man.
It's been the holiday season.
It's the holiday season.
And I'm ready for it to no longer be that.
Ready spaghetti.
I used to really like my birthday being the 31st, but as I've gotten older, it's just been like, like it's so much focus has just been on, it's the holiday season. Yeah. I forget that I'm like, oh yeah, it's my birthday, but it's also on a day that's inconvenient for literally everything.
Right.
But I liked it as a kid.
Yeah.
As a kid, it was really nice. So that's something. But I'm gonna be 23. I can't wait. Can't wait to be 3 years old.
3
20
fuck
3 fuck 20 fuck 20 fucking 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next episode,
Merry Christmas.
if we remember, I'll try and remind you.
Okay.
Next episode we'll open presents.
Yes, sir. We'll do that.
I did. Yeah. So I got a present for you. And you got a present for me.
I got a present for you.
So we'll do that, and it'll be the Christmas episode.
It'll be the podcast.
And yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Should be fun. So join us then.
Yeah.
If you didn't listen to this episode, listen to that one. And if you did listen to this episode,
Merry Christmas.
Have a Christmas.
Do you got a sponsor for the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we do.
I'm sure we do.
Do you have one?
Do you have one?
We have
one. Yes, It goes like this. Party time on your block. Getting out down the Freakstro Street and going all the way down. You're going to make it there every Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas.
I'm not having that, and it's going. When you sponsor our show, there's going to be the Dragon!